We really believe that career and technical education is the way to our future. We are helping skilled trades and manufacturing come back to the United States by having workers trained in the classes offered at our tech centers.
They allow a student to get a taste of the real world, but inside of a controlled environment. And so when they do get out into the workforce, it's more of a blend, more of a tough fit.
There's always going to be deer hits, always going to be stuff to work on. We need people besides working on a desk, we need people working on the floor, getting their hands dirty.
They prepare students for the real world. Anything in the healthcare field at all. Anything from nursing to doctors, physical therapists, lab techs, radiologists. We have some natural healing, veterinarian, physical therapy, that kind of stuff.
So I'm learning different skills that everyone needs in the healthcare field, like learning how to do basic vital signs and how to put on personal protective equipment.
We teach an employable trade. It is expected that these students don't come out here and just do this blindly. In other words, drop the pan off a transmission and change a filter and put it back in and say, wow, I wonder what I just did.
They can get a student ready for a job they really want. Like I'm in here, like I said, because I want to get more knowledge of a job I really want to do.
Operating a cash register, counting money, interacting with customers, and then rotating products. These are all skills that they can use if they wanted to get their first job or thinking about going into the business field. It'll give them a good foundation for those jobs.
We'll learn about market research and how you really need to get down to what the product needs to be in order for it to be successful.
In this class, they learn multiple ways of welding and processes, and it is good for our area because we do have a lot of welding in this area.
I've been wanting to learn how to weld for a while. We just got done working on projects to where we got to learn how to use plasma cutter, oxygen acetylene, cutting, torches, plasma table, shear, iron worker, and multiple forms of welding.
We spend a lot of time working on visual communication because that's primarily what graphic communications is about, but we also do spend some time on verbal communication and written communication. We spend a majority of our time though working on computers and working with Adobe software.
Well, as a second year student, I am mostly learning about working with clients and working with real businesses, like something you do in the real world. Textile designs, making t-shirts, logos for businesses, like business signs, all of that.
Students are creating websites, they're creating logos, they're actually making projects for real businesses.
Lately in web development, I've been redesigning the Kinship site and redesigning some of their logos, putting forth new ideas.
They start with the basics, they learn camera skills, and they learn shots and angles, and they create their own assortment of videos until they eventually create a full-length video film.
As our generations grow up and as technology advances, more and more of these jobs are going to be needed. The career I'm preparing for in this class is filmmaking. I just want to be a director. My long-term goal is to be a feature film director someday.
This course prepares students for jobs as a laborer, a carpenter, a mason, or a base for a post-secondary career in any construction-related field.
They are actually the perfect mix of the academic world and real life application. Working as a community, working as a group, being able to understand others, understand directions, follow through on directions, as well as the basic skills of construction.
If I could tell a student one thing about this class that's thinking about joining, it'd be that you don't need any prior knowledge of carpentry. You're going to learn everything you need to know in here.
The skills this course teaches are all of the real world information that we need for PC servicing and troubleshooting, and the basics of network design. A bench tech position, which is the CompTIA A+, the first year. The second year will be network operations center.
I learned a lot of things here about more or less just basic computer principles, troubleshooting, computer hardware. Every week at least we're doing some sort of lab where I am actually hands in a machine, taking something apart, putting it back together.
I like how involved it is and hands-on because in other math classes I struggle, but in this one it's real life situations, so it's easier for me to understand it.
This class prepares students for an unbelievably wide range from right out of high school for the trades, for trade school, for CNC machining, millwrights. electrical and instrumentation, very broad range of engineering disciplines.
So far we've learned a lot about electrical systems. I love all the hands-on work about this course, and everyone has to work together to accomplish the same goal.